Welcome, oncers! We've got an exciting show for you. It's season 6 and episode 20, The Song in Your Heart. Stay tuned!
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin!
Oh my God.
Tiona's ready to sing again.
That was so good, T.
Waiting for guys, I made all that up on my head as I was saying it.
I'm so proud. That was very impressive.
Thank you very much. I was actually pretty proud of myself. I didn't know I was going to do it.
You should have been in the
It was
episode.
what was in my heart.
It was. Oh my gosh, you're
It
so
was the
right.
song in your heart.
Song in my heart. I had to share it with you. Thank you for letting me share, guys. Thank you
that was beautiful.
to everyone watching, and I'm sorry to those listening. Welcome to the show. I'm Tiona Hobson. Joining me as always, we've got Professor Serafini.
Hello, everyone. Yes, you can follow me on Twitter at Serafini TV.
Mr. Dakota T Jones.
What is up, you guys? You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Mr. Dakota T Jones.
And the always adorable Nasta.
Hey guys, it's Nasta. You can find me on Twitter at Nasta and on Instagram at AllieGirl.
Awesome. So we have got a very special guest coming to you very soon. Her name is McKenna Grace. She plays young Emma.
Yes.
She's also stars in the movie Gifted.
So
this
good.
young girl is so amazing, so talented. So I think we're going to go ahead and try and get her on the line right now. She's going to Skype in. And we're just so excited. I know Marisa is like really excited because I know you saw Gifted and you were just like
I did,
raving.
and like knowing the performance value of what she can bring to the screen at such a young age, like I'm so excited to talk to her, and I'm glad it worked out.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
definitely.
I know. She's so talented, and I love all the episodes, and like the one where we found out like how she got the last name Swan, and that whole thing, like she's such a great actress, and she just embodies young Emma so well, and I couldn't imagine anyone else playing her.
Totally. And I mean, I think I've seen her in other things too, which I can't name off the top of my head.
She's
And
been in
I've
so
always,
much.
she stands out. Like
Oh my
she
gosh.
totally captures the scene and steals it.
Yeah,
Definitely.
she's been in Designated Survivor and Fuller House. I mean,
Right.
this girl's working.
Yeah.
So,
And to
she
be
has a great career already going.
Yeah, to be so young too. You know, starting out young and on fire. That's amazing.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We are just calling her in on Skype right now. So as soon as she pops up, we will have McKenna here. So if you guys are in the live chat right now on YouTube, make sure you are chatting and letting Marisa know what questions you have because she is on the Skype. My computer is mostly just here for show.
Yeah.
it's got my notes on it. I don't have the live chat out.
And you can find her on social media at McKenna Graceful.
yes.
McKenna Grace.
So make sure you check it out because it's so amazing, and I love how her mom like monitors her account. It's great. It's amazing.
It is.
Yes.
Still ringing.
All right. Well, we're having a little bit of difficulty getting her on the line. So in the meantime, let's talk about the opening of the show, or initial reactions. We got a musical episode tonight.
Oh,
I
my
loved it.
gosh.
I think maybe that's why I had more emotions this episode because I was loving the music. But overall, I loved it.
Oh my gosh, hello.
Hello.
Hello, McKenna.
I can't see.
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, you won't be able to see us, but we can see you, and all the fans can see you. I love your overalls and your sweater.
Thank you.
We heard
Welcome.
you had a busy night tonight. How was that?
That was exciting. I got to see one of my friends from cheerleading, and I got to meet a lot of other people, which was really exciting.
That's
Oh,
so cool.
and have you seen Gifted yet? Because if you haven't, please go watch it.
I
my
have
gosh.
seen Gifted, McKenna, and your performance was amazing. I loved it. So thank you for such a great performance in the show and also on that movie. I have literally, when I watched Gifted, I talked to everybody that week. I was like, you have to go see Gifted. You are so talented, and I cannot wait to see what other things you have in store for you.
Oh, you're welcome. I want to start off because I read that you read the Harry Potter books.
Yes. Well, I got up to book 4.
Book
They're-
4. They're right.
She's like, I got them all here.
Okay, so and you're not allowed to see the movies until you finish reading all the books, right?
Oh.
Ahead, and I read the last book that just came out, which to me was amazing. But I couldn't believe that some of the things that happened. But some people haven't read it yet, so I'm not going to say. But I just can't believe some of the things that happened.
I know.
Okay, I just had to have my Harry Potter nerd out.
No,
with
I
her
know.
for a little bit.
And something else about you that I read that I think is absolutely amazing is that you have, like, you write down on pieces of paper what you want to do in your lifetime, and then after you do that, oh my gosh, that's so cool. And after you finish what you wanted to do, you put it in the bucket. So you like mark it off your bucket list by putting it in the bucket. That's amazing.
Do y'all want to see it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, okay. My mom's gonna go get it.
But that's so much fun, and I bet you could write down being on a big movie and TV show to put in the bucket as well.
You can show them just a little part of it.
Oh, I like that.
That's so
Vision
cool.
boards.
That is so amazing.
So ambitious.
I know.
I love it. So, you're reading the Harry Potter books, and that's quite the magical fantasy world. Is that a genre that you like reading and learning about?
Yes, but I'm not reading them right now. I'm reading Stephen King, but first my dad and my mom and my dad have to cross out the inappropriate parts, and then I can read it. But my dad, I'm reading Pet Sematary right now by Stephen King, and my parents didn't have time to, cross out the inappropriate parts, so my dad's reading it to me.
Oh, that is so cool.
That is so great.
I know. It sounds like you have such supportive parents and like inspire you and make you be able to go after your dreams. That is incredible to have. That's
Also,
so
like
cool.
reading, even if your dad's reading it to you, reading Stephen King, I don't think I knew who he was till I was in my 20s. So you're already, you're well beyond your years.
Thank
So let's talk a little bit about Once Upon a Time and your experience there. What was your audition like to get cast as the role of young Emma?
goodness, that was a while ago. Well,
It's okay if you don't remember.
Mom's like, do you not remember? Not really, because it was so long ago. Wow.
You hadn't watched the show before.
I hadn't have watched the show before.
Oh, you didn't watch the show before?
No, I hadn't have seen it. I hadn't have seen it. I don't know. Before I had my audition, but then I just started getting into it, and I'm yelling at the TV. So I love it. It's like, no, don't do that. And I'm now so angry at myself for not getting pictures with some of the people I got to meet.
Oh my gosh, I bet. Oh my gosh. Well, I hope that they get picked up for another season, because then you could hopefully go back and get all the selfies of your heart desires.
Wait.
That is awesome. So yeah, you've been doing the show for a while now. So whenever you get that call to be like, oh my gosh, I get to go work on Once again, like, is it so exciting to get to fly to Canada and get to meet up with everyone again?
It's so cool because it's like I'll walk on set and I'll look and I'll see Rumpelstiltskin or Prince Harry walking around like.
That's awesome. I feel like your reaction would be all of us if we got to go on the set. We would just be like so excited to see everybody.
But I don't want to take. I want to take pictures, but I don't want to because it's like, it's not like they're walking on the street or something, and I just want them to have their time to get ready on set, and I just want to be professional and be respectful to them.
Oh, that is awesome. That is very professional.
Yeah. I mean, some of your scenes, we really only see you by yourself, but in spite of that, did you get to interact with any of the cast members while you were there?
Well, I do school with Jared, plays Henry, and we have a lot of things in common. We both like anime, we both like drawing, and a lot of other things. And so we talk sometimes in school. But and I love Miss Jennifer because we've worked together before on Amityville, which supposedly comes out June, but I don't know. They push back the release date all the time. It was supposed to come out years ago, so who knows? But now I get to see her every once in a while, and it's really great to get to see her again because I love her because she's just so sweet and kind, and every now and then I get to say hi to other cast members, which is awesome.
Right?
Like at lunch and hair and makeup.
Yeah. That's awesome.
That's gotta be so cool to like see how intricate the paintings of everything. Like you were saying, you walked by Rumpelstiltskin. How crazy is it to look at all the like intricacies of the makeup that they do? Because on TV it's amazing. I can only imagine what it looks like in person.
Yeah.
I was actually in the hair and makeup trailer whenever Rumpelstiltskin was getting green, and he said, "Did you come in here to get green like me?" I almost passed out whenever that happened.
That is so great.
What? He's like one of my favorite characters.
That is so great. I know. I would have the same reaction with him.
Costumes are so cool.
Yeah.
The costumes are really cool.
What did you think about the music on this episode? Did you get to see any of it?
I was just watching it actually. I
About 20 minutes left.
well, I have about 20 minutes left, and whenever Rumpelstiltskin said he was gonna sing, I got so disappointed whenever he didn't.
Oh.
I know,
no.
we did too.
My mom was trying to tell me something, and I said, no, wait, Rumpelstiltskin's about to sing. And he went, hold on, and then turned around, and then he's like, I don't sing.
I know. Oh my gosh, I was hoping for him to sing.
Such a tease.
I know.
We saw your character, you play young Emma, but we saw you at the very beginning of this episode humming. Like, did you have any direction of how to hum the themes, the actual iconic theme song of the show?
Oh, I actually had some earbuds in, and they'd play it on the piano for me, which was really cool. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Neat.
Have you ever sung before? Oops, sorry, you cut out.
Yes, I love singing.
Oh, okay. So maybe for the next musical episode, we'll see you singing a
Yeah, that's right.
And later tonight, I'm going to a little clip with my dad of Lady Gaga's Million Reasons.
Yes,
Wow.
I saw that you posted about that. I cannot wait to hear you do that. That is a really great song, and I can't wait to see it.
So anyways, I don't know if we'll post it tonight, but hopefully we will, but it's really late, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. That's right. I mean, you are too busy being in shows and everything, but you still got to get your bedtime, right? Exactly.
It's late. You better thank them.
Thanks.
Well, we won't keep you too much longer. I think we'll just ask a couple more questions so you can get off to bed, okay?
Me however many questions you want.
Oh, you're the best.
I like staying up late, so.
Yes.
Any excuse to stay up late. So, in your experience, I know you've been in a few episodes now. What has been your favorite scene to shoot?
Where do I even start? Well, I really enjoyed my first scene I ever did because, that was my start as young Emma, and that was really cool. I actually have the candy bar wrapper that I stole right here.
Oh.
Is that the call sheet
That's the
too?
Apollo.
That's amazing.
And a picture of me and Miss Jennifer.
Aw, that is
Wow.
that's an awesome keepsake.
It's quite the memory.
Yeah.
I took it off my wall just to show you. Back here, I just have a bunch of things.
Wow, that is so cool that's how you keep all your memories together.
And I have a memory box over there.
Oh
That's
my
super
gosh.
cool.
Oh, wow.
Excellent.
That's so awesome.
I love it. We should do that.
I know, right?
That's such a great idea.
All I have to say is McKenna has given me a lot of ideas on what I should be doing in my life.
I know.
Seriously.
Exactly.
She's got, the goals and ambition board. She's got memory boxes. I'm not winning right now. She's winning.
I know. I'm gonna go home and decorate my room because I am feeling very inspired.
If you go and decorate your room, you have to show me a picture of it.
Yes, we will
Okay.
tweet you.
Well, you've been in a lot of big projects as of lately. Once Upon a Time, Gifted, working alongside with Chris Evans, and then you were also just in the new film How to Be a Latin Lover, working with all
yes.
these veteran actors. Have they given you any advice for acting?
Well, working on Gifted, I just learned a lot from kind of watching how Chris and Octavia and, everyone else, all the other actors, how they prepared for a scene and how they got ready for emotional scenes or scenes in court or other scenes like that. And Octavia told me that just to keep having fun, and Mark told me.
Oh, excellent.
That's awesome.
That's so adorable. All right, well, McKenna, we're going to let you go to bed. Thank you so much for calling in. I hope, hopefully soon we'll be able to see more projects from you and maybe even get you in studio eventually.
Amazing.
Yeah, we would
Much
love
fun.
to have
Yes,
Do
you're
you
so
have
much
any
fun to talk to.
upcoming projects that we can look forward to seeing you?
Well, I'm not shooting anything right now, but I just shot, well, not just shot, but a little while ago, I shot the season finale of Designated Survivor.
Wow.
Amazing.
Either really late this year or in 2018, I, Tanya comes out, where I play young Tanya.
Wow.
Amazing.
All right. Well,
I have been every now and then shooting a few episodes of season 3 of Full House.
Oh, great.
Wow.
you're just doing everything.
You're
I
so
know.
busy, and you're such a talented actress, and I cannot wait to see what more things that you have in store for you, because after seeing you in Gifted, I was like, I'm literally going to watch everything that you do, so I'm very excited for you and your career.
Yes.
Yes, thank you so much. You're amazing. You're inspiring, actually.
You're
So it's like all of
inspiring.
your work, you're really inspiring.
You're welcome. And can you let all the fans know where they can follow you on social media?
I think on all of my social media websites it is McKenna Graceful, McKenna Grace FUL.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Well, you have a great night, and thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you so much for talking to me, and good night, everyone. Or sometimes it's in different time zones. I don't know. Good night because it's late where I am. Please go watch Gifted, which is in theaters right now for a couple more weeks. So while it's still out, please go watch it, and go watch How to Be a Latin Lover, and I just hope everyone has a good night or evening. I don't
Thank you.
Thank
Yes,
you
thank
so
you,
Have a
much.
great night.
Have a
It's
good
great
night.
speaking to you.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye. Obsessed.
I
She's
love her.
amazing.
I can't.
I love her.
Obsessed.
She's the sweetest.
Sweet.
Miss Jennifer, that is so cute.
I know.
I'm talking about
amazing.
Jennifer Morrison.
And she's talking about Octavia. I was
like,
like,
yeah, she's like, oh yes, I'm just basically like Octavia and Cress. I'm like, oh yeah, Octavia.
oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
First name basis.
First name
so
basis.
I
great.
love her. She's super talented. If you guys haven't seen Gifted, you need to. And
That's
I
been on
talked
my-
about it a few weeks ago.
yeah.
Like, no, she's stellar. Break your heart. She is the next Dakota Fanning.
Oh my
Amazing.
gosh.
Yes.
I love her.
We need a whole nother like extra episode just for
Just
her
to
and
talk.
just
Yes.
young
Yeah.
Emma.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm so
a
glad that worked
whole
out.
Young Emma
Yes.
backstory.
I know.
Thank you again for joining
Yes.
us.
Yes, thank you again.
Thank you, McKenna.
Okay, we have to get into this musical episode now. All right.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I have some fun facts I will be throwing in throughout, but we're gonna start
Perfect.
with the Broadway producers, Alan Zachary and Michael Weiner. They did the music and lyrics for this episode. They did 7 of the 8 songs are their music and lyrics. One of the songs they just did the lyrics to because Emma's theme is already a song, so they worked with the Out musical composer Mark Isham, and they put lyrics together for the Out theme song. So that was pretty cool. So we're basically going to just go down this in song order. Also, all of the songs were available on iTunes starting Friday.
Yes.
And on,
Yes.
I was wondering
yes,
that.
and on Friday, the album was number 3 on iTunes, behind Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 and Volume 2. So, in my eyes, when you have a huge movie like
Yeah.
that for a TV show that's not a musical show to be number 3, that's awesome.
That
That
is
is
very
amazing.
cool.
That's very impressive. So, you go guys.
Yes.
Okay, so this whole singing starts because of a wish. Because when you wish upon a star, you break out in music.
Yes.
So we flash back in time to right before the curse is set and before Emma's born, and Snow and Charlie are like, man, we need a way to protect Emma. What's it gonna be? Snow makes a wish, wakes up the next day, and is like, hello, I'm singing songs.
I
now.
loved
I'm
it.
singing my words. So the first song up is Powerful Magic, sung by Jennifer Goodwin and Josh Dallas. How did we feel?
I loved it. It kicked off the episode for me so happy. I had a case of the smiles, and I love the cheesy romantical
Yeah.
Broadway-ish musical type stuff. So for me, I was eating it up.
This was my favorite song.
And I just loved when they just jump on top of the stool and they're singing and holding hands together. This is great.
I know. I was like, this is so cute. It reminded me of old time Disney, where the prince and the princess are singing. And,
Yeah.
I loved it. I thought it was great. That was definitely the highlight of the episode for me, besides the ending. This whole song, and that was my favorite musical number of the episode.
I really did enjoy this, and I think it set the tone for what the episode is, a more lighter, cheery note. And I loved, I was more surprised at how powerful the voices were.
Yeah.
And they sounded so good together. I mean, they're cute in real life, but now they can sing to each
I
other.
know.
Shoot.
I know.
it was I was like really pleasantly surprised how great the voices were together. I loved how like some of the lyrics in the song was like so self-aware that they were singing and song and verses. So that self-plug to what's happening, I thought it was also comedic, as well as cute at the same time.
I know.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm so glad you brought it up. That was comedic. Because I actually was giggling when Jennifer woke up and she's like, oh, like she was just like, I don't know what's happening. But I thought I was giggling. It was great.
I'm singing out, and my do I sound good. I'm like, yeah, you actually do.
Yeah, you do. It was really great. I love this opening number. I think one of the overall notes I have on all the songs is that you can tell they were done by Broadway guys. Mm-hmm. And so the episode felt very Broadway, which kind of didn't fit the out theme in my opinion, but it was still fun. Like when you do Disney movies, when you get Alan Menken to do something, it's different than Broadway producers because everything was very showy. And I think that if they had gone more for a discreet sort of thing, maybe I would have felt like this episode wasn't so. It moved the story forward, but it was also kind of too comical.
Some of it, yeah.
Some of it was kind of just cheesy in a way, and I love cheese. Don't get me wrong. So I had a lot of fun with this episode. That would just be my one note on the episode.
That's a fair note.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from with that because there were times, even though I was enjoying it, there were times where I was like, I kind of got taken out of the Once Upon a Time world, and I was like, oh, that's right. We are in a serious mode right now, right before a big battle, so it did kind of take me away from where the season finale is going to lead us. Right. But it was still fun. But
I think
I totally get your point.
Yeah, I think the whole part of them singing in general is new to us because we're not used to seeing that. But I think you're right, there could have been a little bit more discreet way of doing it, or singing, but maybe not just like so flamboyant with it and everything. Like just sing like you're, I'm in a chorus and I'm singing, but make it a little more normal. And I think that if they would have done that, I would have been more like involved with it. But the fact that it was so Broadway, I was kind of laughing sometimes. I'm like, there's no way that Prince Charming would do that if he weren't singing, or there's no way that Regina would make those moves if she wasn't singing. So it was different. I'm like, I wonder when these actors signed on to the show, did they think that they would ever be doing something like this?
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because Jennifer Goodwin actually said that she's wanted to do this for years and was actually at Comic-Cons and stuff when people bring it up, she's like, yeah, why aren't we doing one? And then when the time came and they were like, we're doing it, she started panicking because she doesn't sing in front of people. She only sings privately. So the producers tried to solve the problem by having her pre-record her song in a blacked out booth so no one could watch her.
Oh my God.
She says that helped, but I was still struggling until they suggested I pretend to be a Disney princess. Adding that extra touch of sugar was very liberating, and it became my shield.
That's amazing.
So that's your fun fact for Powerful Magic.
I love that.
I love that. But she still was amazing too.
She was amazing.
It's she should not be scared. She should be empowering.
Yeah,
her amazing voice.
I think her voice was great. The lip syncing was a bit off, but it was definitely tolerable throughout the the funness of what this musical number was.
The next portion, the Queen Sings, is the title of this next song, and I believe this is the song that was. So originally there were only supposed to be 7 songs, and then they ended up splitting up one of the songs and making it 2. And I believe that the Queen Sings and Love Doesn't Stand a Chance is the song that they ended up breaking up.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that. It's a Tiona fact.
I mean, that makes sense because
the way
when they go about, it's kind of like a reprise.
Right.
Yeah,
a little bit.
exactly. But what I loved about this song is the cameos that we get.
Yeah.
So during this song, we see Leroy and the dwarves. We see Geppetto and little baby Pinocchio, or young Pinocchio. We see Granny, and then of course Snow and Charming too. But one of the things I noticed, I was trying to count the dwarves. I only saw 6. But
maybe one of them couldn't make it that day.
And I know
they couldn't show up.
I know in present day we're a dwarf down.
Oh yeah.
But back then we were supposed to have 7.
Okay, but to be fair, maybe Sleepy was sleeping. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
We'll go with that.
We'll go with that.
Like that.
This song was fun. It was just like another fun kind of fillerish song. It's when the evil queen is figuring out what's happening. So, we also saw it's gonna come to the magic mirror.
Yeah.
Giancarlo. So it was cool to see him, Sydney, and he was singing too, and I was just like, oh, I wish you had more to do. It was just filled with cameos that made me happy.
I felt the tone for this song for Regina. I could totally picture her being a rocker.
I said that
same
thing.
It fit with her voice. It fit with her look. The way I mean, granted, every time we see Evil Queen, she's clad in black, and her hair is spiked up, so it totally makes sense that it'd be a rocker type of song.
I know.
She killed it. She literally rocked it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about the dancing. The
Her
dancing was
poses
kind of
and her
her dancing kind of threw me off a little bit. It was fun to watch, but I'm like, you're dancing by yourself and no one else is seeing you right now. But I did enjoy Regina. I mean, I love Regina.
I think she just let go and had fun with it. And I mean, whether or not like it was her character or not, I think she just made it her own, and you could tell she was having a blast.
Yeah, I thought it was fun because I said to her, I was like, Regina would do the rock and roll song. It's great. But also what I thought was funny, she's not only like being tortured by having to sing, she's being tortured by all of the other people singing in the mirrors. And I just like was laughing because I thought that was so great to have her just be like, why can't I get these people out of my head? And they're singing everywhere. It was great.
I know.
I loved it.
You could tell she was so mad. She's like, I can't believe I'm singing right now, but I'm just gonna go with it.
Oh, she did. There were some points of this, and if you guys have seen Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which you definitely need to, you're 20 years behind. Go watch it. That musical episode, her dancing, Buffy's end dancing scene reminded me of Regina's dancing scene in this.
Oh, really?
This number.
Okay.
Yeah, it was very much like the same vibe.
Regina, I'm gonna say that Love Doesn't Stand a Chance with Regina, aka Lana Parrilla, was one of my favorite songs of this episode.
Okay.
I loved the whole vibe of it. I loved the rocker chick. I thought that it fit her character and her voice extremely well.
Right.
Which is important because I think that there are some people who didn't sing as well as others. And I'm not bashing, I'm just stating the fact.
They were like, I didn't sign up for this.
Yeah, they're like, I don't know.
Like, it's not my fault.
But I definitely, after I heard this song, I was like, I would download that.
Yeah.
Like, I would.
Totally.
I don't know how much it costs on iTunes, but I was definitely like, I would pay $1.99 for that song.
I'm
listen
probably
to it.
gonna download some of them.
Yeah.
Oh, I definitely will. Like in the morning when I'm getting ready. Like, yes, it'll be such a great way to start my day.
Like the powerful magic.
Yeah.
What a great
so
way to wake up in the
good.
morning to a song like that.
But also, something I was actually shocked by is they used the B word.
Yes.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, she's like,
And
I was like, wait, what? Like, I wasn't expecting that at all. Because, like,
Especially
given
in
the context.
song.
Yeah, like, given the context of this kind of show, you don't expect that. And I just kind of was like, they did that. They did it.
I know, it's one thing. I mean, they don't curse very often, but I believe maybe they've used that word before in the past. But to sing it, it almost adds like they need the explicit
And
sign
it's
next
just,
to the
you know,
song.
it's
It's
shock of hearing
$129.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's only $129.
it's
Okay, I can do
$129.
that.
The whole album on iTunes is $8, you guys.
All right, fair
Totally
enough.
affordable. You can afford Netflix for a month. You can afford this.
Exactly.
You want me to
This
cancel my
episode.
Netflix for a month so I can? No, I'm just
Yeah.
joking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and download it right now.
But yeah, I mean, the use of the B word, I think it's just always a little shocking when you hear it
Right.
because
Oh
my
they
gosh.
don't use it often, but when they do, it's usually for a purpose. And if she had copped out and said witch on that line instead of bitch, I
Yeah.
probably would have been like, you guys should have gone for it.
But it so fits with her character,
Yeah.
though, and like her tone and what her character is. Because back then, Regina did have a problem with Snow White, so yeah, it totally makes sense within the
Right.
context of what's happening.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people, when they sing, like there could be people who don't curse as much. Like I don't curse that much, but like when songs come on, there's those words in there, you get real into it, and then all of a sudden, like, whoa, you say things maybe you don't usually say. But I think that song right there was so funny. It was comedic, but like she pulled it off so well.
She did. So after Snow and Charming, you know, are like, oh, we have this song, we're gonna go battle the evil queen. So they need help, they need passage to get there. So naturally, they go find a pirate to take them to,
Of course.
to the evil queen. And their trip takes them to the tavern where Hook is, except they don't go to Hook first. First they go to Shmee.
Oh my gosh.
Which I was like, another blast from the past.
I was like, oh, Shmee, hello.
I love that they brought everyone back for just one quick
Yeah.
glimpse of them. It was awesome. But Hook isn't interested in any of their money or
Yeah.
jewels. All he wants is revenge. And he's got a song about it.
Yep.
Yep.
And I love this song. Revenge is gonna be mine. And Colin, you're amazing. I love you. You can do no wrong. I would have liked to see this be kind of like a rap number.
What?
Oh, that would have
That
been
would have
awesome.
been really cool for the like
guys.
a pirate
That
rap
would have
because
been
he
really
even
cool.
as he's going into the song he goes, allow me to introduce myself. And I was like, my name is Hook. I rhyme with the Like, I was just like, yes, this is the perfect setup
that
for
would have been too much. Like, I don't think I would have, my jaw would have dropped and I would have just been like, what is happening?
If it would have actually happened, maybe we wouldn't have liked it.
Yeah, I know. I would have just been like, this is too much.
If it had been sort of like a Hamilton type of rap spoken word thing, and I know that they have him sing because that's what he does. He is a great singer, so to not have him sing something would have been, you know, a tragedy to all of us. But I just felt like with the pirate scene, I was like, come on, give me a rap.
See, I think it would have been funny if Rumpelstiltskin would have had some kind of like spoken word rap thing, because I guess he doesn't sing, so maybe that's why they let him not have a song.
But it's like, I think Rumple, not to jump ahead, I think Rumple had the best self-aware line.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine the Dark One singing?
Yeah.
Not really.
I really did love that.
I know.
And it just goes to prove that, you know, the Dark One, ain't no curse gonna affect the Dark One.
Yeah.
He's too powerful for songs.
I was like, yeah.
It was like, seriously.
I know.
Like, I'm the Dark One.
When the music like winds up and he turns around and he's like, girl, I ain't going to it.
Yeah, I love that.
But for Revenge is Gonna Be Mine, again, maybe it's because I'm biased, but another one of my favorite songs of the episode. And fun fact about Colin is that he broke his foot during production and waited 5 days to go get to the doctor to get the x-rays. So he was dancing and doing all this stuff with like a broken, like lifting Jennifer Morrison at the end and stuff with a broken foot.
No way.
Suffer for his art.
Yes.
Look at that.
Did he have a cast or a boot on? Like, how did he stand on it?
I don't think he even knew it was fully broken. I mean, I tried to find more of the information because I know I read about it a long time ago. And,
it must have broken and then went back into the place to where it was like stuck together and it was fine, but like it still was broken, but the pieces went back together.
Sometimes you just gotta work through it.
Or it just wasn't that bad of a break where like he could still walk on it.
Yeah.
Like that's an option too.
Part of it broke. Part of
Also,
it.
too, sometimes if your mind's like, it's fine, it's not broken, you stop thinking about it, then you're able to like work through it because you're like, I'm just being over. You know what I mean?
Maybe
I've been there before.
Maybe he had his brandy to kind of numb things over.
That could have been
his
a thing
rum.
as well. His rum will help him get in the way.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, you know, I'm tired. It's late. It's past my bedtime, just like McKenna.
Yeah. We should all be retiring soon.
So this is okay. We talked about the Dark One and Regina going to him for help. This is when things get interesting. Zelina comes in and it's like, oh, she needs help. I'm gonna prove that I'm the witch that Rumple should have took under his wing. He should have never cast me aside. And she sings "Wicked Always Wins," which is great and something that is always said. I didn't love the song.
Me neither.
Y'all are haters for Zelina.
Me neither. No. Okay. I'm gonna like back this up with reasoning so you don't think I'm just a hater.
Okay.
I think it didn't totally fit with her character because again we got all these fun popish rockish kind of songs and then her song was like more ballad version.
Yes.
It literally shifted the tone of just the music in general. And plus it was covering like an old aged topic storyline of her being competitive with her evil sister back then. I think it's like I should have said at the top of the show, but it's interesting that we had to go to past enchanted world to have these characters sing. I mean, once we get to Emma, it took us to today's, but the fact that we had to go past to just see their old versions start singing, I think it just kind of moved the story backwards just a little bit.
Would you have rather them saying like their normal selves, like not flashbacks? Because that's what I originally thought we were getting ourselves into.
I thought it was going to be a current.
Me too.
Yeah, exactly.
So having it go to the past, it was cool the way that they did it, the way they made it work for that, especially if you're going to have all these songs and to have the conflict there without needing the Black Fairy involved. If you had involved the Black Fairy, the other thing is that they started working on these songs a year ago, last summer. So they might not have known exactly what was going to be there, but they're like, these are the characters we know will be involved. So we need to start working on songs for these specific people. So that's probably why it ended up needing to go to a flashback.
Right.
Yeah, and the things that Zelina was singing about being scary and being evil and being wicked, I didn't believe her. She wasn't scary because she was just singing to like two people in the courtyard. I'm like, I'm not believing you because you're not scary right now.
The poor munchkins. Who
and they were like, no, what I was kind of saying is I was watching it confused, thinking is this supposed to be inspirational or is it supposed to be an evil song? Like, I was just physically trying to listen and like listen to the words / listen to the music at the same time. So I think for me it was a little bit, I was confused. But when I did listen and hear the songs, it just didn't, it like Marisa was saying, it didn't fit her character because she was trying so hard to like almost be like, I'm going to make this happen, but it was like, I'm gonna make this happen, not like, let's do it, you know?
Because like Evil Queen's song was more like, like screamo,
yeah,
and then
hers was like I'm gonna get like back at her basically, and like I'm gonna show what Wicked is, but it was more like a loving, I don't know, that's how I pictured it in my head.
So Rebecca Mader describes this song as a full-on Broadway number for Zelina. It's almost like Out's reimagined version of Wicked's Defying Gravity.
See, that's what I kind of got that
I told you were gonna laugh at that.
We did hear some Wicked, like,
but that was at the that was at the end.
Yeah.
This song did not remind me of Defying Gravity.
Hell
at
no.
all. And it was not on the same level as Defying Gravity at all.
I think she did. I think she did a good job. I think she did a good job. Maybe the direction that was given to her wasn't maybe what it should have been, but I do think that they wanted to give her a song so bad that they kind of forced this, because everyone else's songs kind of made sense for it being there, but then hers, I feel like they just kind of randomly threw in a song for her.
You don't need to give her a song. Like, she wasn't a part of their lives in that time zone.
Yeah.
So then have her sing in present day with everyone else. You didn't need to give her the song. It felt like a filler song. And I mean, it's a beautiful song. It just wasn't necessary.
It did
for
feel
the
a little bit
episode.
like a filler song.
And y'all in the chat can call me a hater all you want. I'm
But
just
it
speaking
didn't
my
progress
truth.
the storyline forward for this
it didn't.
particular song.
So then we move on to, hang on, sorry, I lost my list of what songs we're on. The Charmings versus Evil Queen. During this song, it's an epic battle it's a mashup of powerful magic and Love Doesn't Stand a Chance.
Yes.
Which, again, very Broadway.
Yeah.
And it made me giggle. And then the Evil Queen takes their voices and the voices of all the village, and I was like,
oh my gosh,
sing into the box. Is this Ursula?
I know. Oh my god.
That's exactly what I
Little
thought.
Oh my god.
Mermaid.
I was expecting to be like,
I was thinking the same thing. But also something like that happened in this scene was when she just like poofed them away, which is confusing to me because I'm like, wait, at that time in their life, like the queen would have never just poofed them away. She'd be like, I've got your heart. Like, it was surprising to me that she like gave them a second chance almost.
oh, like she didn't. Yeah, I know
Like,
what you mean.
in my head, I was like, but wait, if you had them there, wouldn't you just take their heart and then call it a day? But she's like, no, I gotta
No
cast
one wants
this
to
curse.
do it the easy way.
Yeah, you're
Right.
right.
There's so many times.
I was
looking
just
back,
thinking
it's
too
like,
much
I
into
mean,
it.
they were right there.
Yeah,
Why didn't you just
why
end it?
wouldn't you?
Happens at the end of this episode with
yeah.
the Black Fairy. She's right there. You've already kind of defeated her. Like, take her heart or something.
I loved the little line that she said, well, it was green, which is not my color, but it did do the trick. I was like, that's funny.
That is really
But I was
funny.
hoping while the magic was getting sucked from them that you would hear some kind of voice going into the box. That's what I was hoping for.
I was hoping that too. And then our time at the Enchanted Fort ends with Blue coming down. She was the star that granted the wish in the first place. And she says that the magic was never for them. It was for Emma. And that Emma's going to face a battle that, you know, she's going to need to have people there. And so now she has the voices of the people inside that love her inside of her to fight that battle. And, you know, no promises it'll come up when the time's right, but hopefully it will.
Hopefully it does.
Like, fingers crossed this is going to help.
Interesting. Sorry. Thanks everyone in the live chat. You guys are great. Daniel Mazzella said, Lana said that in season 1 she based a lot of Regina's attitude and movements on Ursula. So that makes sense. I can picture that now. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. So
I
that's
love
like
that.
Yeah.
Ursula has always been one of my favorite villains.
Yes.
She's great.
All right, so
Poor
we don't have much
unfortunate
time left,
souls.
so we're going to power through the rest of this episode.
Hit it.
You guys all watched it at
know
home,
it.
so you know
Yeah.
It's
what
fine.
happened during the off time. So I'm going to give you a quick recap in case y'all forgot, because it's a couple days after you watched the episode. So Emma, at the beginning of the episode, doesn't have a dress. Snow's like, yo, I got a dress for you. It's my dress. I put it in the cleaners already. Let's get it. The Black Fairy shows up, turns that dress black. Oops, can't wear black on my wedding day.
Right.
Challenges her, says like, oh, this final battle, it's gonna be epic. You don't know what you're waiting for. So Emma is like, oh my gosh, I gotta find a way to stop this. Goes to the clock tower, sees that there's a curse that's gonna strike at 6, goes to see Hook. He's like, you're not doing this alone, but I have to do it alone. Emma, we're gonna pause. Emma, the whole time you're saying how she's trying to get you to fight this battle alone. you have people who are trying to help you fight the battle,
Yeah.
but you're still trying to do it alone.
Yeah.
Girl.
She's like, I'm gonna go right now.
She's like, no, she wants me to fight it alone. So then take your family with you. If she wants you alone, don't let her take you alone.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I was just confused about that.
I know, because she was getting in her head trying to like make it to where she came alone, and like
Yeah.
putting little things in her pathway, like that little video of her singing and humming and feeling worthless, and she was doing all that to get her to break down so she could take her heart.
Yeah. And, you know, whatevs. So Hook's like, I mean, fine, you only came here to say goodbye. Bye. So he goes to Gold. Gold is like, yeah, I cheered you, whatever. Hook uses, what's it called?
The dart.
The fairy.
The fairy dust?
Shade.
Dream shade.
Yeah.
I was tossing it on him
Got
with
it.
my hand.
Okay, first of all, like, yeah, good idea, but you did it way too soon, Hook. It was
Yeah,
like, dude,
and-
your wedding is tomorrow. Do it
No,
tomorrow,
it was
not
today.
tonight.
It was
like,
today.
It's in a couple hours. Do it like right before you get married, not hours before you're gonna get married. It's
thing
gonna wear off.
wore
You knew that
off
was
Or
not
at
gonna
least don't
work
taunt
out.
the guy and be like, yeah, so I'm going to put you out so that I can go after your mom and kill her, and then I'm going to come back and
Don't
it's
tell
gonna
him the
talk
plan,
about it.
dude.
And then the Black Fairy's like, no, you're not. I'm right here. Surprise! I'm right here.
Surprise, I'm magic. I can move myself anywhere.
Poof. I'm taking my son. We good. Henry finds Emma going through all the old photos, reminding her what she has to fight for, and that's when he finds the tape player of her singing. It's a cassette player for those of you too young to remember. They were a thing. You had to hit play and record at the same time. It was very difficult to sync up. It was just a lot. Times were hard before voice memo, okay?
They were.
Just remember that, kids. In the meantime, Regina and Zelina are trying to come up with a way to stop the curse or freeze it. They come up with a way to stop or freeze it, and so they're like, "Hey, we have this awesome idea," and go show it to Snow and Charming and Hook and Zelina, and then Gold's like, "Awesome!
I'll
You're
take
gonna freeze
that.
the curse. I'll take that. Poof.
Too
I'm
easy.
gonna use it on you.
It's way
Poof.
too easy.
No, you guys are frozen. Mannequin.
So he's
Mannequin challenge.
so he's definitely like on the Black Fairy's side, like working with her now, or does she have his heart and she's controlling him? Because I'm confused.
No, I think. Well, maybe he does have his heart, because if not, I'm like, geez, you're so like easy to just like trust anybody. I wrote something down that we can continue, but it just really annoyed me because I'm like, seriously.
That's just him being him, guys.
But he's
Let's be
just-
real.
Someone needs to take him out. Like, I'm kidding.
So Emma goes to confront the Black Fairy. And that's when the Black Fairy is like, "Oh, you're alone," and she brings back the shaky hand
Oh,
thing.
trimmer.
Oh, God.
And the trimmer
Not
and
the
the tape
shaky
that she
hand.
played reminded of Emma of a time when no one wanted to listen to her even sing a song, and she was so alone. So she's talking to Henry about this, and her solution is, you know what? I'm so alone. I'm just gonna go give her my heart. And that way I know that you won't be left alone.
I think
Which
it's so
is
sad.
admirable.
I mean, it's admirable, but it's still sad that Emma thinks this way. That she
Yeah.
thinks that she's always alone when she literally has her whole family surrounding her. But the fact that she keeps going back to this default of like, I'm alone, people are banning me, I can only do this by
Yeah.
myself. Like, girl, come on.
Like, we've been through this. Let's get it together.
Be
Bring
a
your
little
friends.
bit more optimistic.
Stop the self-loathing, Emma,
Yeah,
and
seriously.
realize that you have people surrounding you. You
I
have
feel-
a wedding
now.
that
She knows now. I
she
feel
knows
like
now, but this is the day of her wedding. She definitely has to know before all of this
Right.
goes down that she has at least one
That's
person
true.
in
Right.
her corner.
The one you're getting married
The one you're
to.
getting married to. If you don't believe that your own son is on your side, then you have to believe that the person you're about to marry
Yeah.
Is on your
is
side.
on your
That's
side.
true.
Yeah.
Good.
Well,
Very true.
luckily her son doesn't give up faith, and he gets angry, and he finds the missing page from the book that explains that Emma has the song in her heart. So then when
love
Emma,
this.
it was so great.
I love
And
how
was
the
like,
book like just creates pages and materializes pages right when you need them.
I
Yeah,
know.
Just like Book of Shadows from Charmed.
yes. Emma, she goes to the Black Fairy and is like, just take my heart, and the Black Fairy takes it, but then she can't do anything to it. She can't crush it because her heart is strong, and her heart is super pure red. Like, Emma's done
Super
nothing
good.
wrong.
Fluorescent.
Yeah.
It was like the
I'm surprised
purest
it's not
heart.
like tainted because she did kill Cruella, but
Yeah.
I guess that wasn't enough.
I guess no black mark on her.
And apparently
No.
not.
And so that's when Emma and Henry comes in and is like, you're not alone, you have the song in your heart. And then that's when we get to the beautiful song, Emma's Theme, which is the music from the opening of Once Upon a Time.
Yes.
Now with words to it. Super inspirational, and Emma finds the power in herself to unfreeze her family and stand up to the Black Fairy and be like, I'm more powerful than you, I'm not alone. Realizes that, you know, her parents have been with her whole life, which, I mean, I was an emotional wreck during this song.
She's like,
basically.
you've been with me the entire time, and I was like,
yes.
I know, I had tears in my eyes starting from
right
then
in the
to
feels.
to now.
Well, now we know that she can actually have a happy ending.
Yes.
Because this was been like a reoccurring thing. Will she get a happy ending? We know she's good, but will she actually get it? And now it gave us the opportunity. He was like, yeah, she can.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And this is when we get to my favorite part of the episode. It's wedding time.
Beautiful wedding.
Beautiful wedding on TBD rooftop, because we don't know whose rooftop
We
that
don't
was.
know.
TBD.
We had to
Which
like
building
pause
it
it.
was.
Like, where is that in location to what?
We're like, okay,
Like,
pause. This
where
is not
in
on
the
top of
streets is
Granny's.
this?
It's got a beautiful view of the library and the clock tower, and then an empty vacant lot with dirt across the street that's like something in development, maybe, we're hoping.
I think that's the 3-day spa. The
Oh,
Three
okay.
Bears spa. The
Oh.
the building next to it is the Three Bears spa.
Yes.
It was
that's
just like, you know how
But-
like on top of roofs there's like gravel and stuff? I think that was just like a normal roof. That one was fine. Nothing to be seen.
Nothing to see
On
here.
top of a building, which we usually don't get in Storybrooke.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Maybe in New York, but not here.
Not here. So the wedding's beautiful. Archie's officiating. Emma's dress, you know, she wasn't able to use her mom's dress, clearly.
I like this one better.
This one that she had, a lot of people have not been liking it. The pictures were released early on. They've said that the inspiration was very Grace Kelly, because she is a princess, and, you know, they wanted Emma to look elegant as she went down the aisle. And I
great.
thought, it's not something I would wear for my wedding, but it was beautiful on her. The gown looked great on Jennifer.
Yeah,
So
I
loved
personally
the
loved
headdress.
it.
I
Like,
loved
I
the-
thought it
the
was
veil.
great.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's really sad that people are focusing on what she's wearing, because
Yeah.
really what's more important is who she's marrying.
Yeah.
So-
The fact that they're finally getting married too,
Finally.
after
Yeah.
the like multiple proposals, all of the times that he's been stripped away from her, they're finally
I
together.
know. And their vows.
Their
were-
vows. So some things that stuck out to me in their vows.
Oh, the
One
vows.
was when Captain Hook said, you know, Captain's heart is usually with his ship, but my heart belongs to you. It's like,
Yes.
here come the tears. Oh my gosh, here come the tears.
So
and
good.
then Emma, who said something along the lines of, just because you know that you come from true love doesn't mean that you think that you'll ever find it. And I found it with you. And I was like, true love! Yes! They are true love.
True
come
love.
true.
True loves, and I'm so happy.
True love,
And my hashtag hooker for life heart is just on cloud 9, because I
Yes.
know last week I was like, I don't think the wedding's gonna happen.
This was the
Yeah.
moment we've been
So
waiting for, and it
I've been
happened.
waiting for it, and it
So
happened.
happy.
So great. And then this busts us into our final song, the big finale, A Happy Beginning, where we get the one line that was sung by Henry.
One line.
Well, Henry,
God,
There is no way we can fall. That's literally all he's saying.
There's no way we can fall.
there is a little backstory to
Kermit the
this.
Frog.
So Jared Gilmore is quoted as saying, at first I was kind of like, okay, I don't have a number. But then I was like, oh wait, it's probably for the best, because I can't exactly sing. I'd probably just embarrass myself and my family.
Well, he did a
So-
great job in
so
this one
At
line.
least we know why he just had the one line to sing.
Yeah.
You know, no pressure on him or anything like that.
It happens.
I still want to point out he's been alone quite frequently in the past couple episodes, and like he hasn't been with the family when everything's going down.
He needs to be protected.
Which
Well,
I don't know
remember,
if
he
it's
was going through his like
book stage.
book
yeah.
thing where he was being like possessed and stuff by the book. So we still never got
Right.
to that. So I think we'll find out about that next week in our 2-hour finale.
Yes.
Also, some other things from the wedding. Granny and Geppetto are locked arms the whole time and like dancing. So I'm thinking they're dating.
Maybe.
They're dating.
Maybe they're dating on the DL. They don't want people to know. It's just like immediate family and
Hooking
stuff.
up.
I can see
Very
that.
true. A lot of things were happening off on the sidelines. People in the live chat are saying that Snow was holding her stomach while Hook was singing. So
Uh-oh.
what could that mean?
Girl, you just got a baby. Like,
We don't need another
I
baby.
know.
They have
Where
babies.
was baby Neil?
Which finally got brought back too. We were like, yes, the brother,
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
their baby,
yeah.
which we haven't
Neil-
seen in a
baby
while.
Neil
Neil
was
was
there.
there.
Baby
Neil
Neil.
was there.
Was alive
Of
and well.
course, as the curse is the clock strikes 6 and the curse is being done, Leroy is screaming, "The curse is here!" Because it wouldn't be a curse without Leroy screaming.
Of
Yes,
course.
and the way that they ended, this was wicked.
This was,
You know, literally the bell
the
tolling.
dun,
Dun, dun,
Yes.
I loved it.
dun, dun.
I was like, wait.
Loved it.
That was wicked.
Yeah.
Favorite
Emma-
part of the episode.
Yeah, and Emma, of course, saying it doesn't matter where we end up, we're gonna win this.
And I love how she said we are gonna win this. She's in the
finally-
team mode.
Yes. We're not doing this
We're in
alone,
this
Emma.
together.
We're all
And
in
I was just together.
Okay, we don't have time
Speak
for
my
that.
Yeah, I'm
language.
sorry.
Okay. One thing that I skipped over that I had to say, when Hook was talking to Gold and Gold's like, "Hey, I did what was best for my family," I was like, pause, sir.
Uh-huh.
Henry is your grandson, which means that Emma is your former daughter-in-law. Snow and Charming are like in-laws as well. Emma's marrying Hook now. Like, Regina's Henry's stepmother. Like, they're all your family.
Yeah.
So by that logic, you should be protecting
Oh,
everyone.
man.
That
in
is a
the
very
freaking-
great
Where
point.
was
Very true,
Belle?
very true.
Where was Belle? That's a
She's
whole
not
other
invited.
after show.
Yeah, that's true.
She wasn't invited.
She was at the library,
reading.
She was at the library.
probably.
Or she's just hanging out with her son. She finally
Yeah,
got
they're
him back. She's
catching
trying
up.
to get to know him.
Catching over
Okay.
this time.
So
20
before we
years.
get into predictions, clearly we have to do Once Upon a Weave. I'm gonna give you guys 3 options.
Okay.
Option 1, Snow with the long hair in Enchanted Forest.
Yes.
Option
yes.
2, Evil Queen with that updo in the Enchanted Forest during like Love Doesn't Stand a Chance.
Yes.
Number 3, Regina with the short hair at the wedding. That short
I'm
curl
going
with
with
flippy-
with the
the
with the
flip-
half pinned back on one
Yeah.
side.
I'm going with number 1.
3.
Okay.
Snow long
Go with
hair.
Wow,
Oh.
you guys are really gonna make me the deciding
Yeah.
factor here?
Tiana,
Let's agree
all
once.
of you.
Ugh.
Hey,
I'm one.
T, let's agree once in our
No,
lifetime.
I agreed with you last week.
Oh.
It's
Yeah.
gotta go to Snow in the Enchanted
Yes!
Forest. I'm sorry.
Yes,
It goes to number 1.
Girl, get it.
So that's your Once Upon a Weave this time. Very quickly, let's do one prediction each because we
Your
have to.
AfterBuzz TV
I'm
prediction.
not ready for that.
I do have a prediction. I think because we know that the dark curse or this Black Fairy's curse is coming, I think everyone is going to end up in different realms. They're all going to have
Oh
to
my
try
gosh.
to figure out how to get to each other
Okay.
because they said that
In
this
the
is going to
preview.
affect different realms. I think everyone's going to literally get split up into different places.
Right, because they said that we need to find Emma, and she like is burning the book in the preview.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with that. I'm just gonna piggyback since we're low on time.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
that's your
so original for him.
I'm gonna say that whatever they are, like however far apart they are, I think by the end of this finale, we're gonna have them all together. Like no matter how
think so?
Yeah, I think they're gonna all be together, and then it'll finally like it won't like the separation of what the final battle would have been. They're finally gonna have the final battle.
Okay. And I'm just gonna say it's a 2-hour finale. A lot can happen. I don't know what it's gonna be.
See, at this point, we don't know. I mean, we
So-
can just go off what we see in the
Anything can
previews.
happen.
Yes. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you to McKenna Grace for Skyping with us at the beginning of this. So adorable. Be
Yes.
sure you go and see Gifted. I know it's on my list of movies to go see immediately.
Definitely.
Thank you guys for watching. Let us know where the fans can find you guys.
You can find me on Twitter at Nasta and on Instagram at AllieGirl.
You can find me everywhere at Mr. Dakota T Jones.
Thanks everyone for tuning in. We had over like 200 people in our live
Wow.
chat.
Amazing.
Thanks for
guys.
everyone tuning into our musical episode. You can follow me on Twitter at Serafini TV.
And you follow me at the Tiona Hobson, and you make sure you check out AfterBuzz TV all over social media: iTunes, SoundCloud, YouTube, Facebook, everything at AfterBuzz TV. We do so many shows here, so please, take a little time, give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment, rate us 5 stars, all that jazz. Thank you for watching, and see you for the finale next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.